Hey, how are you? My name is Pete, and today I'm going to show you 3 programs that will make your life in Elite Dangerous much easier. So all the programs I'm going to link down in the description so you can download it yourself. So the first program I want to talk about, it's called ED Market Connector. Now what it actually does, it allows you to connect your account with any other website that supports Elite Dangerous, like Inara, Etsy, Coriolis, all them kind of websites that I covered before in previous videos. In case you missed those, I will link them down in the description. So it can link your account to those websites. Basically what it does, it will update those accounts pretty much immediately. Once you press the update key, or if you land on any station or fleet carrier, it will update automatically. And that will help not only you, but also other players, because that's how the Inara gets all the info about the prices of commodity markets and all the other stuff. So first thing you need to do, you go to your file and your settings. Now once you open the settings, the thing to look out for is, first of all, what kind of data you want to send to those websites. So I have here marked the market data and ship loadout, as well as automatically update on docking, which basically means that it will automatically update whenever you dock on any kind of station. The next thing is, I don't really use those, but if you use one of those websites like Elite Dangerous Star Map or Elite Dangerous Data Network, then feel free to check those. The next thing that I'm going to focus on is Inara, which is the website that I'm mainly using. And you need to put your API key into that program in order for it to work properly. So how do you do that? You go to Inara, you log into your account, you go to edit, and then you click Inara API. And you basically copy and paste that key into the program. And of course, once you do that, you need to check this box, send flight log and commander status to Inara. So that way, all your materials, all your ships, everything will be automatically updated to Inara every time you dock the station. So the next step is configuration, where you basically choose where is your ED journal stored. If you don't know where it is, chances are it's probably in default location. So if you didn't change it, just leave it as it is, it will be okay. And then you can choose the shipyard, the system, and the station. So that basically means which website should it go, where you press your ship name within the program, or when you press the system name within the program, or when you press the station name within the program. And let me show you how it looks. So as you can see here, that's my ship name, Bubble Taxi. So if I click that, it opens up Coriolis website with every module that I have in that ship that I'm in right now in the game. It would also show you whether the certain module is engineered or not, and how is it engineered. So that way you can clearly see if you're building really big build like Corvette or Imperial Cutter and you're not sure what have you engineered yet, what you haven't engineered yet. That's the perfect way to check it, instead of going to your right panel and trying to figure out from there, or going to engineer to try to figure out from there. Now, if I click system name, because I chose earlier to bring me to Inara website, that's what it'll bring me to. Now, I'm actually in the middle of nowhere right now, so there's not much going on in the system. But if it would be like a more populated system like Sol or someplace like that, it will show you all the information about the system, all the stations, all the factions, and all that kind of stuff. And the last is the station information. I'm actually on my fleet carrier at the moment, so all the information you see here is about my fleet carrier. But if you're in actual station, it will give you information about that station, what kind of commodity markets they have, what kind of outfitting modules they have, all that kind of stuff. And lastly, you can update it manually whenever you feel like it. So if you didn't check the option to automatically update every time you dock, or you want to update it straight away for whatever reason, you can just hit that button and it will give you 1 minute cooldown before you can update it again. So it's really good. It saves you a lot of time because you don't have to think about manually updating Inara all the time. And as I said before, Inara is great for checking, for example, what kind of materials you have and what do you need for engineers. So let me show you really quickly. I go to blueprints. Let's say I'm looking for efficient beam laser and I'm not sure if I have enough materials. If you use that little program, it will constantly update the amount and the kind of materials you have. And you can see here, beam laser efficient grade 5. I have plenty of materials and I can craft that particular grade 5 89 times. Now the second program that I want to show you is called ED Engineer. Again, link down in the description. So what do you see here on the left? They're the list of my materials. Now that program will take it directly from your hard drive. So if you have all the files in default location, it shouldn't have a problem trying to find it. So once it opens up, that's kind of how it looks. So on the left, you have the material list. Now you can sort them out. As you can see, I click materials here. At the bottom, it says all. I can pick to raw only or manufactured only. And here you have data materials. As you know, we have 3 types of materials. So it's data, raw materials, and manufactured materials. And the whole list is here. Also, you can change the way it sorts them out by name, by count, or by rarity. I like to keep it by rarity because it's exactly the same way as they're sorted in material traders. So it makes it much easier for me to determine which materials I can trade, which one for which one, and it's just easier. So at first it will take a while before you get used to using this program and before you set up everything to your liking. So let me show you on the right. Here's the first filter that you need to be familiar with. That basically filters all the blueprints for pulse lasers, power plants. You get the point. All of it is here. So once you click all, the list on the right will show you all different kind of blueprints that are available in the game. Now, if you want to add them to your favorite, you just click that little star button, which that's the part that will take you the longest. So the first time you start that program up, I suggest you go through all different blueprints and just mark the ones that you like. Don't mark only grade 5s, mark grade 4, grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 as well. That way you will always know what materials do you need. And once you do that, if you look on your left side, when it's the list of your materials, you should have all them stars here telling you that that particular material is used in one of your favorite blueprints. So what can you use it for? Well, it's very useful when you're trying to collect materials for certain blueprints or certain engineers. So let me show. Let's say I want to know what I need for shield boosters. So I click shield boosters. I didn't click it again. I click shield boosters. And I just want my favorite shield boosters. So that's the full list of all the shield boosters blueprints that I added to my favorite. So I have thermal resistant, heavy duty, resistant augmented, and you also can add the special effects as well. So on the right here, you can see how many times I can craft a certain level. So shield booster, thermal resistant grade 1, I can craft 260 times. Now if you click that, it will break down for you exactly what kind of materials you use. I only need iron for that. So let's go for something more complicated. Let's say I want heavy duty level 5 and I can only craft them 54 times. So if I click that, it will show me what kind of materials do I need, how many of them I have. So as you can see, I only can craft them 54 times because I only have 54 untypical shield scans. And it also gives you the name of the engineer that it's available to do that grade of that particular blueprint. So if I go to grade 1, you can see there's way more engineers than it is on grade 5. Also, another useful thing, if I get rid of that selection and I go to all, and I put all the possible blueprints that are in the game, here's the full list. And I want to know, for example, what is modify embedded firmware used for. I click that and it will show me all possible blueprints that use modify embedded firmware. And as you can see, only one of them is added to my favorite. And again, I can click it and I can see the full breakdown of what kind of materials do I need. So once you go through all that process, like that time-consuming process of adding all your favorite blueprints, it's really useful for collecting materials. and also for trading materials. Now let me show you an example. As you can see here, if I go to data and I go to data archives, in this category I have 5 materials. Now, as you can see, only one of them I added to my favorite. So without searching anything, I already straight away know that I can trade all them 4 higher grade materials for this one in case I need it, and I don't need all the other ones. Now if I want to check what are the other ones used for, again, make sure you have neither and favorite marked here, and here you have all, and I can click that and it shows me that it's for FSD interdictor, sensors, and so on and so on. So stuff that I don't use and don't like using. It's also very good to keep track of collecting the Guardian modules materials just to unlock them. So if I go scroll down here, let's say I have Guardian vessel blueprint segments. I have 42 of them. So they're used for Javelin fighters, and I have 80% of my materials collected. Now I already unlocked it, so it tells me 80% if I would want to unlock it again, which is obviously not possible because you only unlock it once. But it's really good to keep the track of what kind of materials you need for that particular blueprint just to unlock it. So the last program I want to show you, it's called ED Profiler. I actually showed that program before when I was talking about the VR, but in case you didn't see it, I'm just going to show you again. So what this program is good for is for people that constantly change their graphic settings for whatever reason. Now, you might be using VR headset and sometimes you want to play on VR, sometimes you want to play on a monitor. Normally you would have to go through all different settings in the game, but with this program, you don't have to do that anymore. So once you open the program, you go to this button here, Detect Current Settings, and it will show you your current settings within the game. Now you can choose to save that profile. You can either choose to save it as a default 2D profile or default VR profile, or you can set as many new profiles as you wish. And then if you go into the game and you change all the settings to VR, then you can do the same thing. Come back here, detect current settings, and save it to your default VR profile. That way, if you ever want to play on a monitor, you just click default 2D profile. It will have all your different settings saved here, and you just hit apply and you start the game. Now, if you want to play in VR, you just click your default VR profile. As you can see, the resolution has changed. All those settings has changed. And you click apply and you go into the game and it will remember all the settings. Now, on top of it, there's one little thing that program is good for as well. It also changes your HUD colors to whatever you like. As you can see here, there's a full list of all the colors. Now, to see how those colors look like, you click HUD Colors Editor, and it gives you that little window where you can check every single color, how it looks, and you can tweak it however you like by using all them different sliders. Just basically do it to your liking, whatever you like. And then you just hit OK, and it will change it in your game. Now, you can use that program just for that. You can use that program just for changing your HUD colors. Like if you want a blue, keep it blue, save it as a profile blue. If you want a red, save it as a profile red. So every time you can just pick whatever profile you like and just hit apply, and it will remember that settings. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you find this video useful. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I see you in my next video.